What?
Me? What do you think?
You don't watch out, you're gonna catch a cold. You know what? If I needed a cat, I'd go get one.
Seward?
Yeah. Mayor's work is never done.
What about the mayor's wife? You don't pay attention to me anymore.
Not true. I paid attention to you earlier.
All of about 2 seconds.
Cynthia.
Hmm?
Please.
Hmm?
I'm busy. Would you go play with your jewelry or something?
I need to get you back, Booba.
What's that?
I said I'm no boob, huh?
Of course, darling.
I was afraid of that. Nurse! Nurse!
I'm coming, Dr. Roberts.
She's stable enough to be moved. I want to take her down to radiology, have a CAT scan done right away. Have the neurosurgeon meet me down there. Tell him that her left pupil is blown and we're going to need emergency surgery. Surgery for what?
I just need to ask you a few more questions.
I'll help all I can. But what of Felicia's condition?
It's still critical. But the hospital assured me they'd call them if there was a change.
I really should be there, you know.
I doubt that Alexander Nikos would want you there. He's saying that you tried to kill her.
Yes, I know what he's saying, and I tell you again, Felicia's fall was an accident.
Carl, you do realize that you still could be charged with attempted murder.
Only if you believe Nikos.
Well, let's see.
Alexander Nikos says that you pushed Felicia to the side. You said you can easily still can't talk to man himself. Now, while Joe's gone, I'm acting captain. The call is in my hands.
Make it easier. There's no evidence to support Nikos' claim.
That's what we need to find out. Carl is being held at the police station. Why? What happened? He confronted Alexander Nikos tonight. Police got in the way and she fell.
Is she all right?
No, she's not. We don't know if she's going to live. No, not Felicia. So whoever's responsible for this Harvey Prescott business may have cost me the life of my dearest friend.
Well, Carl's affair with Harry Prescott has nothing to do with what happened to
If Felicia got hurt, then it's because Alexander and Carl hate each other.
And you had nothing to do.
I certainly hope.
I'm with you.
Mr. Nikos, please, you have to let them work. Time is of the essence.
Doctor, what do you mean, Stacy? You just said stable a moment ago.
Her left pupil is completely dilated. That is usually an indication of an intracranial hemorrhage.
You're telling me that you're bleeding to death.
I'm telling you that there is danger of pressure on the brain. If there is that pressure on the brain, it could shut the brain down.
What is this? You have a pen, paper, pen. Yeah, there. What is it?
Cat.
They've lost Nikos. They took the gamble. One step too far. Now they're coming. They'll lose everything.
Muster all of your bravado, but you will never be able to prove you were not there.
I've heard
Chicago.
enough. I'm leaving. He's lying. Somebody's lying. I'll get your coat, Carl.
Okay. You know, Nick, it's just as well the police should find out the truth about you now, before you become her husband. You had better rush after Lacey. She, after all, needs you a ticket to polite society, even though you spend your days spending her money and your nights with your whore. You know, there's only one thing that you really understand, isn't it?
Bear with me, but I need to go over your story one more time.
Whatever I can do to clear this business up.
Okay. You said that there was tension between you and Alexander Nico. So why did you go over to his penthouse in the first place?
I had conclusive evidence that he was spreading lies about me.
What sort of lies?
That would be to spread them further.
Carl, don't play this close to the vest. A woman has been seriously injured.
More than one, Josie. He's out to destroy my family.
So you've been angry with him.
I managed to keep that in check.
Up until tonight, that is? And then you called him on it?
Yes.
And then when words didn't get his attention, you went after him physically?
That's a question I probably shouldn't answer here.
Well, I don't know. But I'll tell you, if Felicia's accident was a result of any criminal act on your part, and I'm talking about assault and battery here, then yes, you are liable for what happened to her.
You know, I don't know why I'm sitting here, enduring this inquisition. I have nothing more to say. I want my lawyer.
Mom, I hate you being angry at me and mad. Amanda, I have to feed the twins. I have to find a lawyer for Carl, and I want to get back to the hospital. And
Come on, let's go. I'll go with you.
If
For
Carl's
now.
innocent, he doesn't need a lawyer.
Alexander Nikos has made a number of friends in this town. I certainly hope it's neither one of you two.
Guys, it's 1:30 in the morning.
Sorry to wake you. No, I wasn't asleep. I can't sleep without doing. There's been something awful.
What's going on?
Oh, is something happened to Carl? Felicia's had an incident. Oh, my God. He's just barely alive. These two will have to kill you, and I have things to do.
Mom,
I'm going to feed the twins now, and then I'm going to the hospital.
All right, I'll go with you, too.
No, you're going to stay here.
Why? Because Carl accused me of framing him?
I don't want to talk about this anymore tonight. Do you understand me? I've had enough of all of this. I have had enough of you and Amanda expecting the worst from Carl.
Hey, got rid of that huge triple word score, which means, baby, I am whipping the pants off of you. Tyrone, come on, baby.
Good work, Edmund.
Well, now that's some compliment. But you're not even paying attention to the game.
I'm just worried about Tony.
Well, don't be. I mean, I have my moments, too, but she's out with Chris, and he can take care of her just fine.
You like Chris, don't you?
What you mean is, do I approve of him for Tony, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, yes, I do. He's a gentle, sensitive, caring man, and he was a rock at the trial. In fact, I would not be a bit surprised if we didn't hear wedding bells around here pretty soon.
I didn't know they were that serious.
Well, why shouldn't they be?
I don't know. I mean, Tony's so young, and there's so much of the world for her to see.
Well, maybe she likes what she sees right here. And if I was in her place, I'd feel the same way.
Don't get me wrong, Anna Mae. I like Chris. He's a good guy.
So what's really eating at you tonight? Feeling kind of lonesome?
No, I'm feeling protective. I mean, I've known Tony almost all her life. And I would just hate for her to make a mistake.
Oh, well, you better be careful how you tell her that then, because when you tell the Burrell women not to do something, they jump right into it.
You're that way, too.
I met this, gorgeous young man when I was younger, and of course my family told me to take it slow. And of course, I went faster. And he was trash.
How come I never heard about this?
Because it was a mistake. And I don't broadcast my mistakes.
You're a smart woman.
Well, then take my advice. And just keep quiet about Tony and Chris. And wait and see what happens. Just like I'm waiting to see what happens with you.
With me?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I'm fine.
Oh, really? No, you're not. I mean, a gorgeous young man like you should be waiting to hear wedding bells, too.
Well, if you mean Dana, she's a wonderful woman. She is, but she got the same problem I do. She's married to her job.
Oh, please, I don't believe that for an instant.
Oh, believe it. She was supposed to call me tonight, but she never did.
Well, then what's wrong with your finger? You call her. I mean, you've got to go after what you want. Now, your mama would have told you the same thing. Gosh. Sometimes I miss that woman so much.
Me too. You know, she thought the world of you.
Did she? I thought the world of her, too.
She talked about you right up to the very end. In those last few days, she kept going on about something that she sent you.
Something that she sent me? Well, I didn't get it. I wonder what it was.
I don't know. Guess we'll never know. You owe us a call by now. Well, it's about time.
Well, I guess it isn't too late to call.
Dana?
Yeah, I'm apologizing, Tyrone. I couldn't call you earlier because this big case just landed in my lap.
Okay, don't worry about it, all right? I'll talk to you later.
Well, that was short. And not too sweet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the phone lines open.
Come on, would you cut it out? Come on, Tyrone, come back over here, sit down, and let's get this game started again, okay? Come on.
Sorry to do this to you, but it's the witching hour. We gotta close.
I had no idea how late it was. My gosh, Charlie is over with her best friends for a sleepover, so there's nothing for me to rush home to.
I know how you feel.
Well, maybe we should ask those lovebirds over there if we can borrow some of their magic.
Are you that lonesome?
I wasn't until I saw them.
Well, I guess it's just you and me, little guy. You're going to be my date tonight. What? What's wrong?
Do you know how very, very beautiful you are?
That's so sweet.
Do you remember the night you and I went bowling?
Oh, yeah. We had so much fun.
Oh, more than I've had in a long time. Why didn't we do it again? Why didn't we spend more time together?
We can, though. How about tomorrow?
No. How about tonight? Stop back at my place for a night.
That's a great idea.
You like that?
That's a great idea.
Yeah?
Hold that thought. I'll
What?
be right back.
Okay.
We just have to close the phone.
Please hurry. Yeah, Cass went through.
Cass, I'm sorry I woke you, but it's Alexander. I need you at the hospital right away. Felicia's been attacked. She asked for you.
My God, is she all right?
I can't talk right now. Just get here.
sorry. It's closing time. You're going to have to leave.
Grant, I need a hug. Gotta get you back, Booba. Can't do it alone.
Harrison.
Grant. Nikos. You'll want to get down to the 23rd precinct. Make heads roll. You're holding Hutchins for attempted murder.
He went after you?
No, Alicia.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, not Alicia. Is she all right?
No. He pushed her through a skylight. She's in surgery right now. I want him crucified. Am I clear?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Where are you going?
Carl Hudson's just tried to kill Felicia Galan.
What? I find that a little hard to believe.
I don't, and I'm going to make sure he pays.
Can't he pay in the morning?
As mayor, I'm going to insist on swift and certain justice.
All right. I'll come along and insist, too.
You will not. I'm a lone warrior now. I can't always be seen with a little woman traipsing around behind me.
That's it. Booba, you've got to come home to Mama. No more Donna love for you and no more stupid museum. I'm a lone warrior, too. Silver Rose Thief is about to make one final appearance, and then she can retire for good. This time, it's not for money, it's for love. Josie.
Yeah, hey, Dan. Need a couple more minutes with Mr. Hutchins, and then you can do your thing.
No problem. I just thought you'd like to know the mayor's here.
Already in custody. Excellent work.
Carl's just being questioned, Grant.
Now, arrest, indictment, and conviction will follow.
Mine or yours?
We've got you this time, Carl.
Must I be subjected to this?
This is nothing, Carl. Just wait till you're back in prison.
Okay, Grant, you are about to jeopardize a very long interrogation.
Yes, you're right. And you're lucky, Carl, because in my administration, even career criminals such as yourself will get their day in court.
Luckily, you do not possess the scales of justice.
Why don't you let Captain Sinclair handle this?
Captain?
Acting.
Well, we'll see about making that permanent once this one is locked away.
Do you think you could get him out of here? The air has gone particularly fetid.
Okay, Grant, if you'll excuse us.
Yes, do your work. The press is waiting for my statement. And my message will be quite clear, really. This administration will have zero tolerance for criminals, be they rapists, Silver Rose thieves, or Carl Hutchins.
There must be some mistake.
Are you calling me a liar?
I'm saying that Carl would never deliberately harm Felicia.
Why not? He murdered my first wife, Diana.
Alexander, how's Felicia?
Alexander just told me that she's still in surgery.
How extensive are her injuries? Alexander, are you deliberately ignoring me?
If you persist in believing Carl, I have nothing to say to you, Rachel.
This is not what Felicia
well, I
would
have
want.
something to say to you. It's because of you she's in here.
Me?
You brought this vendetta against Carl back into Bay City, and it's torn everyone apart. I'm only here for Felicia. Can you understand that?
Yes, I can. You love her, and I do. I'm sorry.
So am I. How extensive are her injuries?
They're trying to relieve the pressure on her brain. It's swollen from the trauma.
Oh, my God.
If Dr. Roberts can't, I'm going to wait here. If you'd like to wait with me, fine.
Yes, I would, thank you. Shane.
Doctor, how is she?
They stopped the hemorrhaging and relieved the pressure on her brain.
Thank God.
Will she be 100%?
We'll know more once the anesthesia wears off. But in most ways, yes, she should be fine.
You mean her face? How much damage is different?
I'm sorry, but the news isn't good. Felicia is going to need plastic surgery.
Will she be badly scarred?
There was extensive soft tissue damage, fractures. Yes, she's going to need major reconstruction.
Well, what you're saying is she'll be the same.
That's possible, yes.
Well, that's a possibility I will not accept. I have access to the best plastic surgeons in the world.
Fine, bring them in. And while you're at it, bring in an eye specialist as well. Fragments of glass were embedded in her corneas. We removed them.
Oh, no.
We've taped her eyes closed. Once she wakes up, she's going to be on medication for the pain.
How much of this does she know?
I gotta speculate on that. Cass, you need to be there, at least until she wakes up.
Of course.
Excuse me.
Doctor, I'm sorry I was short with you. You will be amply rewarded for all your services.
Doesn't matter to me. As long as Felicia's okay. Excuse me.
I want a suit filed against Carl before he can hide any of his assets. I want every penny he's got.
Alexander, please rethink this and talk to me about it in the morning.
My mind's made up, Cass.
He didn't do this, Alexander.
After all this, you still believe him?
Of course I believe him.
I'm sorry that your devotion is wasted on a man like Hutchins.
Cass, I need your help. Carl needs an attorney. I can't ask you. Can you recommend somebody?
I can recommend an attorney to you that I would trust with my own life. Yes.
Hi, Shane.
Hey.
You've been here all night? I mean, you must be dead on your feet.
I am. I actually had a date earlier this evening. It feels like years ago.
There's life after Victoria Hudson. Wow, I'm impressed. How was it?
It was fine. I liked her.
What's she like?
Well, she's, demanding and, sexy. Reminds me a little bit of you.
Oh, you mean in qualities?
No. Same dress size.
Oh.
I have got to get cleaned up. I'll see you
Oh, are
later.
you going to see her again?
Hadley, yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I am.
Good for you. Who's the fairest of them all? Hadley Prescott. Great, but what about me? Are they, Matt?
Paulina, I think we both could use a drink. Brandy, all right?
Sure. Thanks.
You know, we don't get a chance to talk much.
Mm.
I think we should change it.
I'd like that.
So how are you and Joe doing?
Well, like two halves of a perfect peach. That's why it's so rough right now. I wish he was back from Italy already. I depend on him so much for everything. Don't tell him that. Thank God Rachel rescued me. She's like a rock.
I think the same thing about Mom, too. She really is the spirit of this family.
Well, Carl's become a big part of this family, too. You gotta deal with that.
No, thanks. It stinks.
Oh, come on, man. Get over yourself and find a way to get along with Carl. He really is a changed man.
Oh, is that why he's being charged with murdering Felicia?
Felicia is not dead, Matt.
Well, no thanks to Carl.
But you don't know what happened over at Nico's any more than I do. But when the facts come in, Carl will be cleared. His crimes, Matt, are in the past.
Well, what about his affair? Like the current one that he's having with this Hadley Prescott.
Wait, do you really think he's having an affair?
Yeah, she's been seen. And heard. Exchanging pillow talk.
Oh, baloney. This Hadley Preston is a...
Prescott.
Whatever is a liar. And whoever cooked up this little scam has really hurt Rachel.
The only one who's hurt Rachel is Carl. And she's strong enough to get over that.
Let me tell you about strong women. I'm one too. Everyone says so. Do you think sometimes I don't feel like cracking and losing it all? And look at Amanda. She's a wreck over what happened to Rachel.
Amanda's okay.
Don't be so sure. She puts that tough broad act on real well, but underneath it, she needs her family. She loses one of us, and she will crack.
Ooh, I am whipping you.
Oh, no, kid, there you are. All right.
Oh, hello, I'm sorry to come so late. Mrs. Burrell.
Oh, Mrs. Hutchins. Listen, it's not Vicky's boys, is it?
No, I'm here to see Mr. Montgomery.
Yes. All right. Can I help you?
Cass Winthrop suggested that I look you up.
Yes, you can call me Tyrone.
Oh, thank you. I need some help right away.
Alexander, I am so relieved Felicia made it through the surgery.
Her suffering is just beginning.
Is it true? Did Carl really attack her?
Yes.
Then he really is the vicious and violent man that we thought he was, no matter what front he puts up.
Do you know that he came charging over to my house because of something you said to him?
Me? Why?
There's something about me seeing him nuzzling Hadley Prescott in his Chicago hotel.
I said that to Gary Sinclair.
Well, he must have told Carl.
I'm sorry. It was spur of the moment. Gary was asking, where's your proof that Carl's having an affair? So I invented the Chicago rendezvous. What did you tell Carl?
Well, I backed you up, of course.
Thank you.
So just stick to our story.
All right.
And just absolutely confirm that you heard about Chicago from me.
All right, but you know that convinces him even more that you fabricated this affair.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And if he checks his schedule and he finds out and he can prove that he wasn't in Chicago that night, we all have a problem.
Well, he's already told Rachel that he thinks that you and Matt are the brains behind Hadley Prescott.
Yeah, well, that puts you in the clear. Just remember, you've heard it all from Nikos.
All right.
Felicia is out of recovery and in her private room. We've taken her off the ventilator, but she's still unconscious.
I want to be there.
Like I said, Cass should be there when she wakes up.
I'd like to be there, too.
All right.
They don't need me. How did things get so ugly and complicated?
I've had them photograph the entire rooftop.
Good. That skylight was an accident waiting to happen.
And there was an accident, just as I've said.
Carl, can you step outside for a minute?
Sure. We're doing this right, Captain. Don't push yourself too hard.
You know, Carl, one thing that really bothers me is if there was such bad blood between you and Mr. Nikos, why did he agree to let you into his apartment in the first place?
Well, he didn't agree to see me exactly. He agreed to see somebody else.
So you entered his home under false pretenses.
He was spreading vicious lies about me, Josie. It was time to confront him.
Well, technically speaking, that is breaking and entering.
Mr. Hutchins' wife, Vicky's a lawyer.
Are you all right?
Ah, darling, yes, fine.
I went to the precinct, but you're here. Why?
Oh, we won't be here long. And this young man?
This is Tyrone Montgomery. I've retained him as your lawyer. Carl Hutchins, my husband.
Hi, I've heard a lot about you, sir.
How do you do, child? Is your Cass Winthrop's junior partner, aren't you? Given Winthrop's affiliation with Nikos, do you think you could represent me fairly?
Well, that's a civil matter, and this is criminal. And yes, I can help you. My first order of business is either charge my client or let him go.
Hardball, Tyrone? You know the mayor's all over this, and the media's right behind him.
Well, the last time I saw him, he was at the station with Dana. It's your call, Josie.
Mr. Nikos has stated that Carl attacked Felicia.
A lie.
It's his word against Alexander's.
Well, there is one more witness. And that's the victim herself, Felicia Galan. And when she regains consciousness, she'll either make or break your case. But until then, you have no grounds to hold my client.
That's for me to decide, Tyrone.
She should be coming out of this soon.
I'll stay with her until she does.
Okay. Like when she wakes up, she's going to be very disoriented, all right? So call me when she does.
I will. Felicia, I'm here. Please stay with me. Everything changed when I met you by chance on that airplane. It wasn't by chance, was it? You've given me a new direction. You filled a heart that was empty and hard. I can't live without you. There is no future without you. Don't leave me.
Yes, sir, I'm a man of my word, Dana. Wrongdoing in Bay City will be stamped out, which is why I want you to keep up the pressure on Josie Sinclair and make sure this arrest of Carl Hutchins sticks.
She's a good cop. She'll do the right thing.
Well, sometimes the right thing needs a little bit of a push. Donna?
Grant, it's almost daylight. Shouldn't you be getting home to your coffin? Hi, Dana.
My Commissioner of Cultural Affairs. Which reminds me, I trust that African totem is locked up in the museum.
Grant, you just gave me Booba tonight.
I hope you didn't leave that little treasure lying around unattended somewhere. That is an art treasure. If something were to happen to that...
Would you just relax? It's in my safe.
That's what I wanted to hear. Only the elite find a place in my administration, Dana, which reminds me, don't you have that fire in your belly? Assistant DA, why not district attorney? What do you say?
Oh, my God, I left that thing lying on the bar. I hope nobody took it. Oh, who would want it? Open where anybody can just come. This is almost too easy. Rand, you silly boy. I knew this would be here. Okay.
Oh, God, Matt, it is much worse than I thought. Felicia is really damaged.
Is she gonna make it?
Yeah. But her face was cut really bad when she fell.
Is Mom with her at the hospital?
No, she's working on getting Carl released.
That won't happen.
Never underestimate Mother. She's very suspicious about us.
No, about me. And that's only because she's under Carl's sway. No, don't worry. He's not going to be around much longer. He did more damage to himself tonight than Hadley Prescott ever could. It's ironic, isn't it?
You wait and see. Mother will stick by him.
Not when he's facing a lot of jail time.
And I am so sorry I ever started this.
Look, we got to tough it out, Amanda. Don't fret too much about what's happened.
Carl.
Isn't somebody going to say, welcome home, Daddy?
Dana. You should have gone out tonight after all.
Oh, and miss all the excitement? Now I know why you were so rude to me on the phone earlier.
You do?
You were busy counting the big fat retainer Rachel Hutchins just gave you.
So Carl Hutchins was the case you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be on opposite sides of the courtroom again. This time you're going to feel some real heat. This case has become the mayor's personal baby.
What's he got to do with it?
He wants Carl Hutchins indicted 5 minutes ago.
Oh, Dana, don't go there. Don't go there. You know you can't make it stick. And tell me you're looking forward to taking another shot at me at a court again?
I like strong competition. As long as it stays in the courtroom.
That's fine by me.
Well, in that case, why don't I buy you a nightcap?
How about some other time? I have to get up early tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'll hold you to it. See you in court, Counselor.
All right.
I couldn't help but overhear what you just said to Felicia.
It's no secret I love her.
I could tell.
You had mixed emotions about us marrying, I know.
I've never hidden my doubts. But I can see now how much she means to you. That kind of love can do a world of good for anyone.
Cass, I can't bear life without her.
I know how you feel.
Oh, that's right. You lost your own wife quite suddenly. Forgive me.
And I love this woman here very, very much. May I for just a moment?
Of course.
Oh, honey. I just wanted to add my vote to what Alexander just said. I love you, too. I need you, too. Don't you dare leave us. Alexander, I think she's waking up. I'll go get Shane.
Felicia, I'm here. Yes. What is it, darling?
Help me.
Talk to me, darling. What?
What? I can't see. I can't see.
Tonight, the return of Arresting Television. First, the series premiere of Players, the fun new action series starring Ice-T. Then, Dateline, followed by the season premiere of Homicide. James Earl Jones guest stars as a business magnate who may be guilty of murder. Arresting Television returns, all new, NBC Tonight.